Hello everybody, my name is London Electricity. This is the Hospital Podcast, episode 389. And it's a normal podcast, featuring a bit of music that's coming out on hospital or med school, and lots of other music besides. And we are kicking off with a track from the Kings of the Rollers. It's called Dead Already, featuring Inja.
Yeah. The underbelly, the hunger rumbles. I'm dead to many, I ain't to a penny. One in a billy ready, death secretary. Life in a cemetery, where life's secondary. Son of the hellish Mary, wandering loose and scary. Vetting your veterinaries, where chemistry from sorcerers are dead and buried. Man's dead to many, cause I'm dead already. Hammer and the chisel, tombstone scribbles. Doomsday dribble equals crusade nickel. To what you say swivel, red card dismissal. Death's the only option or I'm dead, get uncivil. Hammer and the chisel, tombstone scribbles. Doomsday dribble equals crusade nickel. To what you say swivel, red card dismissal. Death's the only option or I'm dead, get uncivil. Yeah, devil's delight, the demon's choice. Let's ride the night. The angels like, I wanna drink with guys. They call us geezers, we ain't nothing right. The sacrificial slice, no compromising eyes. Blatant with no disguise, witnesses terrorized. Spirits are jarred and piped, we blow the smoke of life. I'm dead already, there's no angelic side.
And the eponymous album, Kings of the Rollers, is out right now. Came out on Friday, absolutely smashing the charts.
Hammer and the chisel, tombstone scribbles. Doomsday dribble equals crusade nickel. To what you say swivel, red card dismissal. Death's the only option.
I keep hearing that as crusade nipple. That can't be.
Doomsday dribble equals crusade nickel. To what you say swivel, red card dismissal. Death's the only option or I'm dead.
Maybe it is. I refuse to believe that.
That's the only option or I'm dead, get uncivil.
Massive shout going out to the Kings of the Rollers. The Royal Rumble show at Studio 338 was ridiculous. And before I get into my extensive list of shouts from you lot, I've got to give a shout out to everyone that came down to Blade Runner in Budapest at the weekend. Also to Randall and to Bookham and Young Man. And of course the two Gabors who run Blade Runners. It was my birthday and they made it very, very special with a brilliant cake and trumpet players and everything. It was amazing. Now, I have been dying to play this track for months and months and months. Now, you know what that is, don't you? It's Netsky, Ironheart, but who's done the remix? It's New Logic, that's who. Now I'm going to play this all the way through because the second drop and the breakdown are totally ecstatically brilliant. And this is available on vinyl as part of Record Store Day. It's probably sold out already, but you can try our web shop just for good measure. Don't spend £200 on Discogs, you're an idiot if you do that. But the good news is it's also part of the Hospitality on the Beach compilation, so it'll be available very, very soon when that comes out on MP3, digital, streaming, all the rest of it. Right, are you ready for the switch? This is how to do a remix. This is what you do. Get ready. Absolutely gorgeous. Shouting from Ben Thomas, who says, "Hi Tony, I've been listening to episode 388 on repeat since last week and I just can't get enough. My first listen was while driving to work down a fairly empty highway at about 5 a.m. in the morning, and it was the perfect soundtrack. Your choice of tracks was brilliant and I honestly think you should release the whole thing as an album with the exact track listing from this podcast episode." 388, of course, was the Bopcast. And Ben says, "I just want to thank you for all the wonderful messages of love and compassion that you share through your podcasts. I feel truly lucky to be alive in this century with such beautiful music curated and promoted by your record label." Simon Furman says, "Well, my little brother likes her music on..." What? How can your little brother be a her? Anyway, I'll move on. Matt Hayes says, "Love you, Tony. Can I get a shout out on the podcast? I've been listening to Hospital Records for years and I went to my first event at Motion in Bristol. It was the best night of my life so far." And he says, "Big shout out to the whole hospital gang. Thank you for all your beautiful music and positive vibes. I hope one day we can get a picture together. P.S. The Secretary General absolutely smashed it on your new track."
She's just like a storm that's come from nowhere.
And the track that he's talking about, you're not going to hear probably until about September. But this is brand new, Fred V, featuring Rothwell. It's called Storm.
She's just like a maze that leads to nowhere.
Coming out on May the 10th.
But she just don't care. It's so hard to escape when all her walls keep changing. No. Obsession goes one way, and I never seem to change. I just want her to look my way. I know it's wrong, but it feels right, and it's too hard to deny. She just falls away the more I try. She just falls away the more I try.
Massive shout going out to Helen, who has bought a ticket to come all the way from Australia to hospitality in the park.
She's just like a sky that keeps on changing.
That's amazing.
She never even tries. My love gets wasted. I'm somewhere in her clouds, desperate to be found. No, this obsession goes one way, and I never seem to change. I just want her to look my way. I know it's wrong, but it feels right, and it's too hard to deny. She just falls away the more I
Amazing new solo music from Fred V. Building on the work that he did with Fred V and graphics. And Rothwell sounding better than ever.
she's just like a storm.
Now this track for me is the hidden gem on the Kings of the Rollers album. It's called the guitar track. And it's hard to choose a favourite of such an amazing album, but for me this is that track. Absolutely original, absolutely incredible. Check it out. How good is that? And I got a shout in from Jack Selman who says, "Hello Tony, I trust this email finds you well. Many moons ago, a young shell-shocked teenager emailed you asking for help in a time of real need and turbulence. It was me. I can't believe this is almost 10 years ago. So I thought I'd write to you and once again thank you for your support. As is incredibly and sadly common these days, mental health issues have had a profound impact on me, my family and my friends. Your efforts to extend love, passion and support to my brother through the signed merchandise has always been the treasured memory of mine. Our shared love of sick music has remained a strong and emotional bridge between my brother and I. And I really believe that the hoodie and poster he received from you made a significant difference to his recovery and our relationship thereafter. I'm now a trained mental health first aider. I've been published in the Semicolon project book before realising it was religiously motivated, I might add. And as inspired by you, I tried to set an example for mental health support through regularly discussing and explaining my experiences with PTSD, depression, suicide and general anxiety disorder. I'll be joining my wife this year as a Samaritan. Without sounding too much like a psychophantic fanboy, I don't think I'd have the courage to change the course of my life so profoundly if you hadn't set such a great example for the 18-year-old me. Thank you. Thank you, Jack. It is insanely humbling to know that I've made a difference to someone's life like that when all I'm doing is kind of prattling on about, well, just what I think. It's been a while, but there's brand new music from Metrik. Out now on Hospital, this is called Hackers. Massive shout going out to Tom Metrik. How is your album coming along, Tom? And Jake Blanche writes in and says, hi there, I would like a massive shout out to my amazing boy Oliver Blanche, who's turning 1 year old at the moment. A few hours after being born, he was in my arms listening to some Kino. And from then on, he's been listening to drum and bass non-stop, and it helps calm him down. He's amazing and has changed my life in the best way possible. I would obviously also like a shout out to my amazing wife Sophia, who is the best mum, wife and best friend I could ever ask for. She has to put up with a lot, including me playing D&B all the time. Big love to you and the crew. Keep the music flying. Thanks, Jake. And a certain Tom G writes in and says, as we know, you are a big fan of cheese, Tony, so this is going to amuse you. Have you heard about the cheese music treatment experiment in Switzerland? A small cheesemaker in Bergdorf, Switzerland has been running month-long tests together with the College of Arts of Bern, HKB, on how taste, smell, texture of cheese is transforming after months-long sound treatment. This is no joke. They set up a professional lab in which sound speakers are connected to wooden shells to transmit music vibe right into ripening cheese. Amazing. I don't care if that shower was dated April the 1st. I'm going to choose to believe it. It's time for some brand new Calyx and Teebee. This is called War Dub. And it's on the Plates label. Matt Jenkinson has written in to say, please could I get a shout out to my amazing daughter Lexi. We're both huge fans of Hospital, as it's often at hospitality events that we get together, because we live quite far apart. Lexi in Dartmouth and myself near Biarritz in France. Ooh, posh. We camped together at the very first hospitality on the beach last year, and we celebrated Lexi's 21st birthday at the hospitality Christmas party along with her auntie, cousins and friends. It was a real family affair. I'm a super proud dad, and our shared love of all things drum and bass serves to bring us closer. I love her very much, and I'm looking forward to some more dad and daughter raving this September at Hospitality in the Park. Keep the tunes coming, Tony, and huge thanks to the Hospital family for always making the hospitality events so welcoming to everybody. Big love, Matt. And of course we have Hospitality in the Park 2019 incoming in September. Tickets are already on second release, selling even faster than the last one. The Hospitality tent is as follows: Camo and Crooked, Danny Bird, Degs, Flavor D, Fred V, Hugh Hardy, DJ Lenz, London Electricity, Makoto, Metrik, New Logic, hosted by Dynamite, Loki, Favor, Conrad, Daxter and Carousel. The Outlook Festival stage features Marla and Sergeant Pokes, DJ Marky and GQ, Exit Records Showcase with D-Bridge and Skeptical, SPMC, High Focus Records, Dirty Dyke and Jam Baxter, DJ Sammy B-Side Jest, Mungo's High Five featuring Eva Lazarus, 24-Hour Garage Girls, Chimpo and Indica. The Dubplate Style tent features obviously Spy, LTJ Bookham doing a very, very rare 1990 to 1995 set, Dillinger, doing a classic set, DJ Die doing an archive set, New Tone back-to-back Unglued with a jungle set, DJ Storm, Sofa Sound Showcase, DLR back-to-back Hydro and MC Gusto, Western Law Showcase, Deadman's Chest, back-to-back Tim Reaper, Euphonic and Frenetic. What is this coming in right now? This is the extended mix of Days Go By High Contrast. Now you may remember this as a bootleg that Lincoln released on White Label at least 12 years ago. Well, it's getting a proper release now on 3Beat, who are, I think, are part of Universal or Sony. So where were we? Oh yeah. The Critical Sound 10, the full lineup is to be announced soon. The Med School 10, always amazing, queues round the block. Being headlined by Bookham, also featuring Etherwood, Lensman back-to-back LSB with DRS, Winey and Inja and Truthos Mufasa, Kino, Technomatic, Bop, Lakeway, Polaris and Sweet Pea, hosted by Ruthless, Tempser, Favour and LX1. Now, if you heard my last podcast, the Bopcast, that'll give you an idea what to expect from Bop set alone. Unbelievable. And Abstract Science have sent us a shout in saying, please can you send some love for my son John Paolo, he's 8 years old and he loves your music. Yes, John Paolo, I love you too. Andy Heron says, hey TC, looking forward to seeing you and the gang at High Tory Club in Zurich later this month. I've already got my tickets. Anyone ask, can you please play Clute, Hell Hath No Fury? Well, that was a couple of weeks ago and I did play that track. I find it hard not to play Hell Hath No Fury because it is my favourite. Brand new music now from Dilemma. This features Robert Manos on vocals. It's called Gone Too Soon and it's on Solvent Records. Really nice intro. I'm really enjoying this. So, as you know, Hospitality in the Beach is a matter of weeks away. I think 11 weeks left to go. And there's about 85 tickets left. So go to hospitalityonthebeach.com and be one of the lucky ones to be there. The main festival lineup highlights include Andy C, Noisia, DJ Hype, High Contrast, Marky, Kings of the Rollers, Danny Bird, London Electricity and Family. Mephius, I'm not kidding actually. Mephius, Friction, Spy, Debridge, Etherwood, Turno, Benny L, Skeptical, Graphics, Fred V, Flavor D, Fabio, New Logic, Kyrist, Boo, Whiny, and TC1. And then it says in brackets, link to full lineup. Yeah, that's really useful on the radio. There are 5-hour sets at the Olive Grove stage by me, London Electricity. I tested it out at Club Roxy 2 weeks ago, and trust me, it was a brilliant experience. And that's not just from my perspective. I've been told that by quite a lot of other people that they really enjoyed it, which my wife still doesn't believe, but there you go. DJ Zink is doing a 5-hour set. Randall is doing a 5-hour set. Hybrid Minds are doing a 5-hour set. The boat parties have all sold out, I'm sorry. The after parties, however, are as follows. On Friday the 12th, the after party is the Kings of the Rollers present the Royal Rumble with Kings of the Rollers, obviously, and Friction, back-to-back Randall, back-to-back Spy, Doc Scott, Benny L, back-to-back Boo, back-to-back TI, hosted by Inja, SPMC, AD and Linguistics. The Saturday after party is the Run after party featuring Danny Bird, Mephius, back-to-back Kazra, Serum, Turno, DJ Die, D-Mines, TS2W, hosted by Jakes, Maxim, Chunky and Carousel. Sunday the 14th of July, Hospital After Dark. Well, that's London Electricity, back-to-back Logistics, back-to-back Etherwood, Flavor D doing a drum and bass set, Fred V, back-to-back Newtone, Unglued, back-to-back Graphics, back-to-back Krakota, hosted by Inja, Degs, Carousel and Ruthless. What else is going on? Okay, so we had Hospitality Barbecue at Studio 338 on the 4th of May. Sold out. So there's no point me telling you who's playing, because you can't come anyway. Sorry. I don't even know why I mentioned that. But we are considering doing another barbecue in August. So hold tight and have a look at hospitalitydnb.com for details. This is brand new music from Polaris, who we have finally announced is officially signed to med school. This is an amazing tune called Kessel Run. Check it out. It's out this Friday, the 3rd of May. The whole EP is brilliant. And the EP ranges from loungecore like this through very, very high quality deep liquid to deep rollers. And Arlene McMurran has written in to say, hi Tony, I was wondering if I could get a shout out on your next podcast. I always seem to miss doing it with the time difference, but I love listening to them while I work. We love you here in New Zealand. Your set at Northern Base was nothing short of incredible. But I wouldn't be listening to you if it wasn't for a pretty special man called James Stewart, who has really brought my love for drum and bass out over the last few years. Please come back to New Zealand anytime. Thanks, Tony. Much love. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to the promoters who brought me over to Australia and New Zealand last year, Chemistry. They did a fantastic job. And I think they're putting together an Easter tour for 2020, which is very exciting because I've never been over for Easter. Well, not for a very long time anyway. How good is this music? Brand new music from Lakeway now on Sweetbox Records. Don't worry, we haven't dropped him, he's still on med school. This is a little one-off. This is called Hold U. Shout in from Frizzer, who says, I love your podcast, man. They always cheer me up when I'm sad. You're such a lovely person. I'd really enjoy it if you did another podcast with webcams. We will. Have a great day. I'll let you into a secret. In the new hospital studio, right behind where I broadcast from, there's a window that goes out onto the eating area. And I forgot. And I was just picking my nose. And I realised that anyone could see me from the canteen. But my staff are quite kind, so they pretended that they hadn't seen. But it's alright, I didn't eat it. This is a shout in from Sam Nelson, who says, "Greetings Tony and the beautiful people of Hospital Records. I just wanted to give you all a shout out and let you know how much we the listeners love and appreciate all your hard work at the label and the artists that you sign. I was sitting at work with my headphones going through the archive of podcasts now on Spotify, and I'm listening to episode 75. During this cast, you give a shout out to Apex and encourage us to pop over to his MySpace and let him know how good he is. If only we could tell him." Totally blindsided by that one. If only we could tell him how life would change. We miss you, Rob. Shout out of love to everyone dealing with the black dog. Sam from Wellington. Right, back to the music. You might recognise this. Remember the Future, remixed by Mitekiss. Massive shout out to Mitekiss for doing a really nice deep rolling take on Remember the Future.
remember the future like it was only yesterday. Keep reminding myself to keep time, cause time can slip away. And it waits for no man, and it waits for no woman, and it craves no war. Turn back the clock just like we were before. I remember the future. The future. Keep reminding myself to keep love, cause love can slip away. And it waits for no man, and it waits for no woman, and it needs no war. Turn back the clock just like we were before. I remember the future.
Massive shout going out to Leanne Carroll on vocals. An amazing lady, I miss her so much. Leanne, we need to get together soon.
I remember the future.
And this is from the Hospitality on the Beach compilation album that is incoming. 25 completely original brand new tracks made especially for the album, all by artists who are involved with Hospitality on the Beach. Now, another of my very favourite tracks from the Kings of the Rollers album. This is called Tisno. Check it out.
I wanna love you. I wanna love you. Baby, hold you in my hand, hold you in my hand. I wanna love you. I wanna love you. Baby, hold you in my hand, hold you in my hand, hold you, hold you, hold you, hold you, hold you.
Shout in from Andrew Barrett. He says, I hope this is the right place to get a shout out. I started getting into D&B around 2014 due to the enthusiasm of one of my good friends, Lewis. After that, we went to many D&B gigs together. A few highlights will be hospitality in Dunedin in 2015 with Frafix, Metrik and Spy, and then again in Auckland in 2017 with Fred V and Graphics again, Newtone and yourself. Recently, Lewis has started to lose his passion for drum and bass and is now getting into house music and less keen to come to gigs. I'm hoping a shout out will get him to listen to this podcast, which will refresh him on drum and bass and get him away from the dark side, which is house music. Cheers, Andrew. Lewis, I am your father. So yeah, the Kings of the Rollers album has astounded and astonished so many people by being so varied and so versatile. I love that. Another tune I have been absolutely gagging to play you. I've been playing this out on Dubplate since before Christmas, and it has set the world on fire. It's the Urbandawn remix of Come Together. Absolutely has to be rewound.
Joker, it just do what it please. It wear no shoe shine, it got don't jump for it got won't be finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he say, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. Come together right now over me.
So sick. This has been bashed by absolutely everybody on the A-list. And I'm very pleased to say we're going to be releasing it on 12-inch vinyl. I'm not allowed to tell you when yet. So yeah, if you're trying to rip this to get it available online for upload, good luck, because it's got my ugly voice all over it. Shout in from Lucas Samara, who says, hi Tony, I wanted to thank you for your awesome set that you played in Roxy. It's been an incredible pleasure and honour to hear you play and to see that both you and MC Dynamite truly enjoy what you're doing. I felt the need to thank you as I had never experienced something like that before. Never in my life. have I been smiling for 5 hours straight, nor have I been dancing for 5 hours before. Yet since the moment I stepped on the floor, I had a giant grin on my face and a constant need to dance. And I didn't stop even after I left Roxy at 4 a.m. Shout out to you, Tony. You made my day, my night, and many, many days to come. My wife says she hasn't seen me this happy, smiling and relaxed like that for a very, very long time. Thank you very much, Lucas from Prague. Come on, Felipe. Big shout out to Urbandawn. Absolutely amazing bootleg that has somehow turned into an official release. The man from Sao Paulo knows no boundaries. Brand new music now from Chase and Status featuring Irah. This is called Program and it's out on Virgin EMI.
Say them want link with the general. Say them want the high grade medical. Them no want to move with no boy where you move like snitch and I move like federal. Say them want to roll with the gargan. Them no want to roll with no pagan. Every jungle is a champion. Everybody don't know the program. Boy could have big and thick like old Kogan. But if in this bitch I know him a big old one. Boy could have big and thick like old Kogan. But if in this bitch I know him a big boy could have big and thick like old Kogan. But if in this bitch I know him a big old one. Every jungle is a champion. Everybody don't know the program. Well if I were bumbo, we'll make it start up. Bumbo ras clot, what it up, it clot up. Well if I were bumbo, welcome tell me no. I see the team a kill level no shadow no. Him a no Batman, I must say madman. Bout the fire gunshot a dead program. But them not know man, cargan. Fly them blood clot, that it a me slogan. Say them want link with the general. Say them want the high grade medical. Them no want to move with no boy where you move like snitch and I move like federal. Say them want to roll with the gargan. Them no want to roll with no pagan. Every jungle is a champion. Everybody don't know the program. Me a tell you no, gunja Carella no. Sound for you what on let no matter what you do. Me a tell you no, this a no toto. This a the big 4-5 oh no one do. This a no play thing, tiny key thing. Bullet a dollar like a dollar that your ears ring. You no ear king, all that ears king. Him a fi run back your gun from me virgin.
Now, brand new music from Ill Truth on Total Science's CIA Records. This is called So Addicted. Oh yes. Shout to Quiff, shout to Smithy. Some very nice drum work there. Shout in from Jan Sharvart, who says, "Hi Tony, I need to share a very hospital related story with you. I lost my keys from 2 of my office buildings 3 weeks ago." 2? How many offices have you got? Anyway, lots of keys, main door keys. Directors of the offices were unhappy with the situation. I'm not surprised. Fast forward to yesterday, I went for a birthday party in a bit more expensive restaurant. I took my very new hospital cap and a grey hospital jacket for that occasion. Going home, just next to our doors, a guy came to us and asked me, "Have you lost keys 2 or 3 weeks ago? Because I've recognised the hospital jacket that you're wearing and the H cap, and I matched that with the keys, because they have this black and white hospital lanyard attached. The keys are in the building next to ours for 3 weeks, and only because I was wearing hospital stuff that day, he asked me about the keys. So, please give a shout out to anonymous hospital fan neighbour." I don't know his name. I don't think this can happen with a different label, because hospital is like a family. Cheers, Jan. That is a lovely story. And ADZR writes in to say, "Hi Tony, I wanted to say thanks again for the podcast and all things hospital. I've been buying the monthly CD packs and I discovered your album, Are We There Yet? It's been on repeat in the car ever since. I was wondering if it would be possible to get a song request and shout out on the podcast for my beautiful girlfriend Laura. Impossible to say, pretty much sums up how much she means to me. And she's not had the best time recently, so it would mean a lot if you could help me and let her know how incredible I think she is. Thanks again for all you do." Well, ADZR, I'm really sorry, I don't have that track queued up on my podcast playlist at the moment. But just sit down and play it to her. The lyrics should do it. And we're heading towards the last track on the podcast now. Coming out on the Sun and Bass label on the Bravehearts EP. It's a track called Maj, and it's by Satl. Quick shout in from Manchester, who says, "Thank you so much Tony for spreading love all these years. You are one of the reasons why me and my best friend Kathy are so much inspired to raise our own drum and bass label, and hopefully one day sharing the stage with such a wonderful person like you. Keep going, you rule." This goes out to Stefano, who runs Sun and Bass. Stefano, I'm really, really sorry that I cannot come and do a gig at Sun and Bass this year, but I'm going to China instead. So yeah, nice tour of China and Korea incoming in September. Big shout to Marigold, my agent, who is sorting it out, and Ellen, without whom almost nothing would be possible. Clinic talent doing the business. Shout in from Daniel Power, who says, "Hi Tony, I want to wish you a massive happy birthday. I hope you had a wonderful day. Also, I want to let you know how buzzing and thrilled I am. Oh, that you can make it over to China later this year. Your music and so much from hospital has given me countless joy over the years, and I really can't wait to meet you in person and hear your wonderful set over here. Big love." I want to give a shout out to the Lady Culminator for putting up with me for being away so much this year, because I have so many gigs across so many weekends. And also shout out to my boys, the chairman and the secretary general as well. I miss you when I'm away. But you know, in these uncertain times, Dad has to work hard. I'm not even going to start to go into what I think might happen over the next 20 years. But at least we have music. And for the time being, most of us are permitted to listen to the music. And some of us are even allowed to dance. I'm only kidding. Or am I? I'm out of here. My name is London Electricity. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for streaming, whatever you do. Massive love.